Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We're here to unpack complex topics, make them clear, actionable. And today, we're diving headfirst into something really crucial in digital security. We're talking about how organizations manage all that digital access, how they secure sensitive information, and, well, these environments, they just keep getting more complex, right? So our mission today, it's really to demystify the Delinea platform. We're going to pull out the key stuff, its core functions, the benefits, and show you how it tackles privileged access management, or PM. And just so you know, we're basing this on excerpts from Easy Getting Started with the Delinea platform. Really practical stuff.
It really is. And in today's world with so much data flying around and, frankly, cyber threats just constantly evolving, understanding how to control access, how to protect data securely, that's not just an IT department thing anymore.
No, absolutely not.
It's fundamental for any organization, really. So this deep dive, it should give you, the listener, a clear kind of strategic view of how a platform like Delinea really helps manage these challenges.
Okay, let's unpack this then. What is the Delinea platform at its core? The sources call it a significant evolution in privileged access management. So it's not just another tool. It aims to give you this unified and comprehensive perspective, like a single pane of glass for your whole PAM ecosystem. And the really interesting part, it stretches seamlessly across what they call hybrid multi-cloud infrastructures.
Right.
So whether your stuff is on-prem or in AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, it aims to cover it all.
And what's fascinating there is how the adaptive controls work. It's like building a really smart digital fortress.
Okay.
Every single way in is under this constant intelligent watch.
Yeah.
And the goals, the sources are clear. Secure credentials, minimize attack surfaces, mitigate risk, and comply with regulatory requirements.
This is the big ones.
Exactly. And for you listening, that means, practically speaking, much lower vulnerability to breaches, really tight control over access, and honestly, an easier time meeting compliance rules. It's about being proactive.
Proactive defense, yeah.
Yeah.
Not just cleanup.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But how do you actually, get started? Sometimes these powerful platforms feel a bit daunting up front. The sources say Delinea's onboarding is pretty streamlined, though. Starts with just an account setup request.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
I just contacted Delinea sales rep, get a trial account going. Simple enough.
And once that's approved, yeah, you get this really clear two-step email process. It kicks right off. First, you get an email, something like, "Welcome to your secret server cloud trial."
Right.
And that one lays out the essential first steps. Setting up your cloud tenant, creating that first admin account, choosing your hosting region, picking a subdomain.
All the foundational stuff.
Exactly. Plus, getting licenses, designating an alternate owner, important backup, and signing up for Delinea support.
And then there's a second email.
Yep.
Okay.
After that initial setup, you get one like, "Welcome to the Delinea support portal." Gives you the direct link, your username, so you've got support right away if needed.
Okay.
Now, this does bring up something worth clarifying, the different accounts you use during setup. Ah, good point.
You'll have this initial critical local account on the Delinea platform itself, often called the cloud admin account, like cloud admin at your tenant name.
And that one's for?
That's really for the initial platform provisioning. Logging in first time, doing integration tasks, basically setting up and configuring the platform itself. It's kind of the master key at the start.
Okay, the cloud admin account. Got it.
Then you establish your main platform admin account. And this uses your own personal domain user account that you already have.
So you link your existing identity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the next step is actually adding other domain user accounts from your organization, including your own personal one again, formally into the platform. The idea is to integrate your existing team easily, without rebuilding everything from scratch. It's quite a logical flow.
Yeah, sounds like a clear path to get you up and running.
Definitely.
Okay, so we understand the overview, how to get started. Now, let's get into the really interesting part. What can this platform actually do? Let's dive into the core features. These are the tools in the toolbox, right? Absolutely. And each one is pretty crucial for boosting both security and, honestly, just making things run smoother operationally. So, first up, the big one, privileged access management, P itself.
Right.
And this isn't just like password vaults. It's about really granular control, who gets into your most critical systems. It's about enforcing least privilege, giving people only the access they absolutely need for their job, nothing extra.
Minimizing risk right there.
Precisely. And it creates this audit trail. Every privileged action is logged, which is huge for security investigations and for compliance checks.
Makes sense. What's next?
Then you've got secrets management. Think of this as a super secure automated vault for all those digital keys and credentials, database passwords, API keys, tokens, certificates, all those sensitive secrets applications use. It doesn't just store them securely, it automates rotating them, controls who can access them. This massively reduces the risk of those secrets getting exposed.
Okay, automated rotation is key there.
Definitely. Then there's identity and access management, IAM.
IAM, okay.
This is about making sure access is tied to a person's defined role within the organization, implementing role-based access control, or RBAC. And it integrates smoothly with your existing identity systems, like Active Directory, LDAP, other identity providers.
So it leverages what you already have.
Exactly. Your current user directories become the foundation for Delinea's access policies.
Nice. Keep going.
Okay, privileged remote access. This one's a game changer, particularly now with so much remote work. It lets users launch secure remote sessions, think SSH for command lines, RDP for graphical desktops directly from their browser, no VPN needed.
No VPN. And no extra software on the target machine.
Correct. No agents needed on the target host for many core functions. It offers agentless session recording for audits. The client is just HTML5 in the browser, so no installs for the end user. And importantly, it doesn't require you to punch holes in your firewall, no inbound rules needed. So it maintains your security posture. It's secure remote access, but much simpler.
Wow, okay. That sounds incredibly useful.
It is. Then moving on, privilege control for servers. This applies zero trust principles. Trust nothing, verify everything, and lease privilege directly onto your servers. Windows, Linux, Unix. It can enforce multi-factor authentication, MFA.
Like a password plus a code from your phone.
Exactly. It can enforce that even at the server login itself or when someone tries to elevate their privileges. And it gives you really detailed tracking of everything happening on those servers.
Granular control again?
Very much so. Next is identity threat protection. Think of this as like an early warning system for identity risks.
How does that work?
It actively scans for identity misconfigurations, looks for weird or anomalous user behavior. It can even visualize complex access paths who can get where through what chain of permissions.
Oh.
Yeah. And it can automate responses to threats it finds. It might recommend an action, or you can configure it to automatically take steps to shut down a potential risk. It's about catching identity issues before they blow up.
Proactive again. I see a theme.
Definitely. Then there's the Delinea marketplace. This isn't a core security function itself, but it's important. It's basically their app store. You can find other Delinea applications, integrations built by partners, useful utilities, scripts. It lets you extend the platform, tailor it, add more security layers, makes it adaptable.
I see. An ecosystem.
Precisely. And finally, the next-gen mobile application. This focuses on the user experience, makes things like authentication approvals via push notifications much simpler. It has an updated, more intuitive interface, supports MFA, biometric unlock like Face ID or fingerprint.
So security doesn't have to be painful for the end user.
That's the goal. Powerful security that's also convenient to use.
That is a very comprehensive list. It really sounds like Delinea covers a lot of ground there.
It does aim to be that unified platform.
So, okay, you've decided this is right for you. You understand the features. How do organizations actually get it deployed and configured? What are the practical options? Well, the sources mention two main ways to deploy. First, the cloud-based platform.
Right, the SaaS option.
Exactly. Software as a service. You use Delinea's infrastructure, access it online. Makes deployment pretty quick. And integrating with cloud identity stuff like Azure, AD, or Okta is apparently very straightforward.
That's often the simplest route for many.
Then the second option is described as an on-premises bridge box.
Okay, so for folks who need components in their own data center.
Seems so.
Yeah.
This involves installing some Delinea software, a connector, and a distributed engine, typically on a Windows server you manage. And if you need their remote access solution specifically, you'd also install a remote access engine, usually on a Linux server.
Right. So connecting this back to the bigger picture, these options give organizations flexibility, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Whether you're all in on cloud, still mostly on-prem, or somewhere in between that hybrid model, Delinea seems to offer a path that fits your existing setup. It meets you where you are.
Good point. So once it's deployed, whichever way you go, there's some key initial setup steps, right? Configuration. The sources highlight user and role management. This sounds crucial. Defining who's who, what they can do.
Assigning those privileges based on that principle we keep mentioning. Least privilege. Only give the access that's absolutely needed.
Absolutely critical. Can't skip that.
And then policy setup. This is where you configure the rules of the road. Authentication policies, MFA, maybe adaptive access based on risk,
Right.
and setting up session monitoring and logging, basically turning on the surveillance and the rule book.
And these configuration steps, they're not just, check boxes. They are fundamental.
Why so vital?
Because without clearly defined roles, without robust policies tailored to your environment, even the best platform can't protect you effectively. Think of it like building the internal walls and setting the alarm system rules after you've built the main fortress.
Yeah.
It's what makes all those powerful features we talked about actually work for you. Secures the environment, ensures compliance.
Right. It turns the potential into actual protection.
Exactly. Okay, so let's try to wrap this up. What's the main takeaway for you, the listener?
This deep dive hopefully has made the Delinea platform clearer. It really seems to be about providing this comprehensive, unified approach to PAM, works across different environments, offers this robust set of features, managing secrets, controlling server privileges, even detecting identity threats. Ultimately, it looks designed to simplify some incredibly complex security headaches, bringing clarity and control.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
In this world, this digital landscape that's just getting more connected, more full of threats, the real challenge isn't just building higher walls anymore. It's about managing the keys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Intelligently managing who has keys, what they unlock, and how they're using them in real time. So maybe consider this. How could a platform like Delinea change what trust actually means inside your organization's digital infrastructure? Moving beyond just, are you who you say you are, to continuously verifying actions and controlling every privileged step. That's a great point. Think about that. How could gaining that level of comprehensive control over privileged access really change things for you or your organization? Not just stopping bad things, but enabling good things securely and efficiently. Well, thanks for diving deep with us today.